HIV exam? When you do a full physical, how can you include that when you go?
When you go,
You
okay,
have to
so
ask for it.
this is very, very important. When you go to your private physician and you get your yearly checkup, you're not being tested for HIV. You must specifically request for an HIV test, and you must sign for an HIV test, okay? This is also important. If you ask your doctor for an HIV test and he asks you why do you want to be tested for HIV, you tell your doctor that everybody should be tested for HIV, including the doctor. Okay? And I'm serious, because the more middle class you are, the more depending on your education and socioeconomical, some doctors will say, well, you don't need an HIV test. And I've had people say to me, well, my doctor say that I don't need an HIV test. I did some workshops in corporate America at a company once. And I was there for 2 days, and the human resource director thought that I was exaggerating. And that next morning, she went to her doctor to see if she was going to get an HIV test. And she came back that afternoon and said her doctor asked her, why did she want an HIV test? So when a doctor asks you why you want to have an HIV test, it makes you scared, you know, and you back off, because now what you're doing is you're putting judgment on this HIV test when there should be no judgment. And I done dated some doctors too, so I'm for real, serious. So you must ask for an HIV test, and you must sign for an HIV test. I personally don't suggest that you go to your doctors and get an HIV test. Where do I suggest you go to the doctor, to the Department of Public Health, to the Core Center, or some place that actually tests HIV on a regular basis. Why? Because I think you need pre- and post-testing counseling when you get tested for HIV, and you don't get that at your private doctor's office. That's what that's what I recommend for people.